So as I have introduced, my name is Quadresha Omba Shabanzila Shankangatela Rejeni, named Joamba Minanchavin Chavela Maika. So today we're going to be continuing with our lesson of mathematical literacy, grade 12. But if you're in grade 10 and 11, you're also more than welcome to join our class. Let me know of any questions that you have on the comment section below. So we're going to continue with our class today, and then by next week we're going to be tackling up questions on exam past question papers, so we would know actually how these questions are being asked. So let's revise from last week. We were dealing with finding the unknown whole number of percentages. So you get 40% for a test or a mark of 28. What is the total number of marks for the test? We know the amount is 28, which is the total amount of students in the class, and the percentage that you scored is 48%. The whole total mark is the unknown. Now you write an equation: the percentage multiplied by the whole equals to the amount that you given. So the whole in this case is the percentage. This is the total this is the overall number of marks for the test. So you want to know what the test was out of. So it's 40% that you given multiplied by whole, which is equals to 28. Then because it's a percentage, you divide by 100 and then you multiply by a whole, which is equals to 28. This is the general equation that you need to know by head. 40 divided by 100 is equals to 0.4 multiplied by whole, which is equals to 28. Now you say whole is equals to 28, you divide it by 4. So what you do on your left, you do on your right. When you're trying to get rid of 0.4 in a multiplication sign, you divide it when it goes to the other hand. When you are dividing on your left hand, if you want to remove the division, you multiply. I did say in the previous lesson, you can go back to review that if you still have a problem with it. And then the whole number is 70. So what you basically got was 28% mark is 28 marks is 40% of 70. So what you got basically is 28 marks out of 70 marks, which is 40%. So if the pass mark was 50, it means you could have failed because it's 40% that you got. So it's 28, it's 40% of 70. Now today we're moving forward with type 4 of percentage increase or decrease. These kinds of problems combine ordinary percentage problems with final addition or subtraction. Here is the new rule that you need to know. New amount is equals to whole plus into brackets percentage times whole. The percentage added to an amount, it increases the percentage. So percentage increase on a price means the normal price plus the increase. That's the percentage increase. Now let's go for example. The price of petrol increased by 12%. The original price was 10 rand 70 per liter. What is the new petrol price? Remember, our new rule says that for percentage increase, the percentage increase is on the price. On the price means the normal price plus the increase of the percentage. So here it increased by 12%. So we need to find the 12% of 10 rand 70 cent per liter. Now method number 1 of doing that is new price is equals to old price plus 12% of old price. So it's gonna be old price plus 12% multiplied by the old price. So it's gonna be obviously using a BODMAS rule. So 12% of 10 rand 70 is 1 rand to 28 cents. And then your new price it's 11 rand 98 cents. Method number 2 is you say new price is equals to old price plus 12% of the old price. So you say 112% of old price. So basically they got this 112 by adding the percentage. The overall percentage is 100%, so they added 12 on top of the 100% of an old price. Now the 112% will give you 1.12% multiplied by the old price. The old price times times 10 rand 70 gives you 11 rand 98. I feel like method number 2 is a bit complicated, so if you really don't want to get complicated or confused, go for method number 1, because you want to know the 12%. What is 12% of 10 rand 70? And then it will give you the amount of that, and then you're gonna add it to the original price, which is easier than method number 2. Now we're moving on to example 11. Please note that you always round off your money to the nearest cent on the last answer. So don't round off anything up until you get to the last answer. Now, normally Zoe receives a salary increase of 7% if her new salary is 10,600. What was her salary before the increase? So its new salary is equals to original salary plus 7% of the original salary. So you want to know the 7% of you want to know the amount of money that she was earning, since the increase of 7% of the salary actually got her to 10,600. Now the new salary is 10,600, which is equals to the original salary plus 7% of the original salary. So you're gonna say 100% the original salary plus 7%, which gives you 107%. And then you say, remember, off salary, the off stands for multiplication, so you're gonna multiply that with the original salary, then you divide both sides by 107%, which will give you the original salary of 9,907. So if you want to verify this, you can go back and use the same example, because in this example we were given the original price of 10 rand and 70. You can actually say, if you want to verify the percentages, if you want to verify the new salary, if it's correct, if you did it right, take 9,907 and then you replace 10 rand 70 cent per liter with 9,907, and then you replace 12% with 7%, and then you calculate using method number 1 and check if you are going to get 10,600, which is the price that we were given. Now let's move on to percentage taken away from an amount. This is the decrease in percentage. The percentage decrease on a price means the normal price less the decrease. Here's the new rule. On the last rule we were adding, on this one we're minusing. So its new amount is equals to whole minus into percentage multiplied by whole. Here's an example. A pair of jeans is on a sale with a markdown of 20%. If the original price of the jeans was 199.00, what is the sale price? So here you want to know the sale price. It actually decreased, so it decreased by 20%. You want to know the original amount of money. If the original price of jeans was 199, what is the sale price? So you want to know the amount of money that they're going to use to sell the jeans if they decreased the original price by 20%. So method number 1, you say discount is equal to 20% multiplied by the original amount. So 20% of the original amount is 39 rand 80. So you are going to continue and say the original price minus the discount is equal to the sale price. Then the original price is 199, and then you minus it by the 20% of 199, which is equal to 159.20. Method number 2, you say sale price is normal price less 20%. So sale price is 80% of the normal price. So 80 plus 20 gives you 100. So you're going to say 100 minus, that's the percentage. Percentage is always 100. So you're going to say 100 minus 20, which will give you 80%. Then you say you want 80% of the normal price. So the 80% of the normal price is equal to the sale price. So it's 80% multiplied by 199, and 80% is actually 80% divided by 100, which is 0.8, and then you multiply it by 199, which gives you 159.20. In the exam, when they ask you questions, you won't be told which calculation you must use. So now we're going to move on to working with VAT. In the exam, you won't be told which calculation you must do. You have to read the question carefully. Let's see how to do this. You definitely need to know how to differentiate between percentage increase and percentage decrease, and when you are working with values. So it all depends on how much you understand the question. So I would advise you to look for words like, for example, in this question, look for words like is on sale with a mark down. Down actually shows you that it's a decrease of percentages. And then with this one, it says salary increase. So you should look for those words when you are ready to answer your question. So now let's move to working with VAT. All prices that we see in the shops, including VAT, which stands for value added tax. So even when you buy your bread at ShopRite, it's got VAT in it. If you will check your slip, it will show you how much VAT was included on that item. You need to calculate VAT when you are selling something and have to add VAT to the price. You want to check an invoice and make sure that the correct amount of VAT is included. VAT inclusive means that 14% VAT has already been added to the price. VAT exclusive price plus amount of VAT is equal to the price including VAT. So you definitely need to know the difference between VAT inclusive and VAT exclusive. So on VAT exclusive, it means that price that you're getting, if they say the item is 100 rand VAT exclusive, it means the VAT is not added on that price. So that is the original amount of that item. So you need to add the amount of VAT, then you will have the total amount of money you need to pay for that item. So let's check out an example. The item costs 100 rand. It includes 14% VAT. VAT was added to the original price when it says includes 14% VAT. So on 100 rand already of an item, let's say for a bread or a sweet or whatever item that you're buying, it means 14% VAT was included in that item. Hence it's called, it's set to cost 100 rand. Now VAT was added to the original price. So the original price was not 100 rand, so it was less than 100, but 14% of 14% was added on the original price, hence it's costed 100 rand. Now the original price plus 14% VAT is cost 100 rand, which we are given. The original price plus 14% VAT multiplied by the original price is cost 100 rand. So if you want to know the 14% off the original price, you just have to multiply 14% times the original price. Now think. Give me a minute. I bet now you're able to see properly. I had to clean my camera. The original price is 100%. So you say 100% plus 14% VAT given, multiplied by the original price, which is cost to 100, which is the items, the cost of the item. Now you divide that 114 by 100, it will give you 1.14 multiplied by the original price, which is equals to 100. Now the original price is equals to 100 divide by 1.14, which gives you 87.719 rand. So now is the original, that is the amount of the item without the value, the VAT added on it. So remember, when you're dealing with money, you only round off your answer to the nearest 2 decimal places at the end of your calculations. Now the item costs 87.72, including excluding 14% VAT. So VAT must be added to the original price. So the original price plus 14% VAT is equals to VAT inclusive price. So 114, which is 100 plus 14% multiplied by original price, is equals to VAT inclusive price. Now you divide that 114% divide by 100, and then you multiply by the original price, which will give you VAT inclusive price. Now the VAT inclusive price is 1.14 times 87.72, which is 100. So 87.72 is the cost of the item without VAT, and 100 rand is the cost of the item with VAT. Let's move on to, okay, now I think this video will be very long, so I was thinking we continue with this chapter on the next session of our Maths Lit. When we are done with chapter 1, we are going to tackle up questions on your past question papers. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Please don't forget to follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, and also you can send us a direct message if you need private tutoring. If you have questions for anything that I have teach you in this lesson, in this video, you can leave that question in the comment section below. I'll definitely respond to all of your questions. Thank you.